Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Hey tea sippers, I hope you guys are doing good today. So I promised y'all I was going to come on here and give my opinion on the whole Dame Dash situation. But first, I got to take y'all back on a trip through memory lane, okay? So if you guys remember back in 2014, Dame Dash went on to the Breakfast Club and he was talking big boss shit, okay? He was going in on DJ Envy and Charlamagne the Guy. He was calling them workers and telling them that if you don't own your own company, you're basically a pawn. And if another man is your boss, you're basically not really a man because you can't hand down your job to your children. So he was going in on them during that whole show, and it caused a huge debate. I remember this being the topic of conversation for months when this interview aired. I also talked about it about 10 years ago. And so I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a flashback. We're going to go ahead and watch his initial, Breakfast Club moment.
What about
real calm? Real calm.
That's what we asking.
Real calm. Real calm. Does a real man listen to what another man says about another man? Yes or no?
I mean, you listen. It's up to you to take it in.
All right then. So you have no questions to ask me. I don't give a f.
But this is the radio business.
I don't give a f about the radio business.
You're an artist.
I don't give a f about nothing.
Y'all want to box or something?
He doesn't want to do that. That's not what he wants to do. But what I'm saying is this.
I just think usually it's over money that people have.
No, it don't be over no money. Because if it was over money, how much money? What's money to you? It's all relative.
To me? Yeah, I mean it's all relative, but
is
sometimes
$100,000 money?
It's money.
Not to me.
But you can't do.
Not to me.
It is money though.
It's not to me. It's relative. I can't do shit with $100,000. My bills are way more than $100,000.
I forget all that money talk. That's
no,
cool.
no, I'm asking you a question. No, I'm trying to prove a point here so you can have a clarity of what y'all should be worried about.
So you're saying it's all relative based on who you are, what money is? Because $100,000. No,
that's not what I asked you. I asked you, is $100,000 is not to me. It's relative. So let me ask you a question. A real man don't answer those questions. A real man don't ask them.
Well, let's talk about you. Do you feel like you get your props as a mogul, man?
I don't care. I take my props.
Word.
You f about props. I can't. I do get my props. I'm not a mogul. I'm a tycoon. I sell oil. Don't disrespect me and say I do everything everybody else does. And I put up my own money. All these so-called moguls y'all talking about, you name one of them that put their own dough up. A boss, you're only the boss if you put up your own money. If you don't put up your own money, I don't care how much somebody gives you, you're nothing but a supervisor. It's not yours. So how much money can you get paid to not? There's no money in this world for someone to pay me so they could call me, so I could call them a boss. That's like calling somebody daddy. How can a man call another man, yo, that's my boss? We don't do that.
I mean, everybody at some point has to have a boss, right?
No, not in Harlem. Oh, okay. Put it like this.
Because you're somebody's boss.
No, I'm not somebody's boss. When I was in the street, someone wasn't your boss. They gave you an opportunity.
Okay.
They gave you some work. You go make it, and then you bring it back. You can go buy your own work. You do whatever you want. It's called consignment.
So why this can't be all work? This corporate America, we could be using this.
You don't own it.
But I'm telling you. No,
I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. Question. Let me answer your question.
I'm listening.
Can you give it to your son?
Can I give what to my son?
Whatever you
shares of this company, I absolutely positively can.
How?
Because I own shares of this company.
You bought them?
Yes.
What I'm saying is, can your son eat? Is this yours to give the whole company to you?
This full company is not my son's. No,
exactly.
It's not mine. But I own
wait, stop. Listen. That's not my question. If your son needs a job here, can you give it to him? No.
No.
If your son needs to get some money out the bank from here, some cash flow, can he get it?
No.
All right. You don't own this.
But I can take the money from here to invest in myself.
No, it's not yours. I'm not going to fight for something I don't own. Men don't do that. I don't fight for other niggas. I fight for me. I'm not a doula. I'm not going to build somebody else's company and then take shares so my son can... All that.
But I'm not.
No, listen. What I'm saying.
But what about taking the money?
You come to work every day.
You took the money from Def Jam.
I didn't take. Stop. Don't say. You're speaking my business and you don't know what you're talking about. I ain't take no money from Def Jam. What you talking about?
When I mean they cut you a check.
No, they didn't cut me a check. We had a formula based on performance, and they calculated and we got paid.
That's us.
Stop. That's not us.
That's what we doing.
No. We listen. Before we had Rockefeller. We put up our own money for Rockefeller, right?
Okay.
Then we sold half of it. We became partners. So that means no one gave us anything. We were 50-50 partners. We built something and sold it. That doesn't mean you work for somebody. See, they let you believe that. So then what happened was, based on a formula, you want to know what a formula is? It was profit times a certain number. So if you make this much profit times 7, that's how much your number is.
Okay.
Based on that formula, they bought the rest. That's it. That's not nobody giving me money. I never worked for them. I put up way more money than Def Jam put up. Me, Biggs, and Jay put way more money up into Def Jam. I mean, rather into Rockefeller than Def Jam. All they did was collect our money. What you mean? Why you think Def Jam? First of all, when we were with Def Jam, they were bought by Universal. How you gonna call How you gonna think someone that's bought by someone could be someone's boss? That's my point. You have to understand what you're doing in business because you got to do what's best for your kids. What's best for your kids is to put your money into something. The stress, go through all of it. So when your child becomes a man, he doesn't have to work for nobody.
Right, well, that's the whole
thing. You can just pass it to him.
Now you talk about...
So if you're going to work 20 years in a business or 15 years in a business every day over and over again, and your son can't work here whenever he feel like it, you clowning to me.
I don't want him to work
but that's
here.
Me. I'm not saying you. If you owned it, wait a second.
I'm here because
time out.
I don't need a check.
That's stupid. You should be
time out. Rap because he enjoy it, not because he want a check.
You're wrong.
I'm here because
I like the check.
Wait, time out. Time out. You're lying.
I don't need
before you lose your control. Just stay focused.
Like you say, do your homework.
So here, listen to me.
I work here because I enjoy it.
Why don't you listen?
I work here for free.
Who could work? Would you ever enjoy being a slave?
It's not a slave. This is what I enjoy.
I don't think this is slavery, Dan.
Do you have to come to work today? Do you have a choice? Do you have to ask somebody when you have to? Yes, you do.
I don't.
Or you're fired. Can somebody tell you you're fired?
I don't.
Can somebody tell you you're fired? Yes or no? Can another man say you're fired?
Absolutely.
No one can tell me that. And that's priceless to me.
But I'm here because
I don't care. You enjoy having a man be able to tell you fired?
But you enjoy.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So you being selfish. Do you think your son enjoys you calling somebody else a boss? Don't you think your son would rather wake up with you and you could pick him up from school instead of having to do a 9 to 5? Don't you think? Yeah, all right, but don't you have to wake up? It's 4 in the morning. Don't you think your son would love if his name was up there, Dash or whatever your last name is, instead of somebody else's? My pride is in my children. Like, look what I'm doing right now. Look at my son. I taught my son never to have a boss. He's 23. He owns a restaurant. He has cookies. He has equity. He busts his ass so he can pass it on to his son. If that's not what you hustlers for, you're selfish. You keep saying I'm worried about my kids. You worried about you.
My kids are good.
How they good? Your kids aren't going to be kids.
I feel like I'm in the Def Jam boardroom and backstage.
They're kids, they're not supposed to work. I'm saying when they men, you're supposed to pass them something. You working for another man.
They're worried about
See, to me, this is retarded.
See, these are the questions. I feel like I'm in Def Jam's boardroom. This is not backstage. Everybody cool out for a second.
All right, so y'all just heard that arrogant ass back and forth. Now, for y'all who don't know, this is where the whole, I'm a boss, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a hustler mentality on social media kind of came from. The whole when people started talking down to folks that worked a 9 to 5. I'm not saying that people weren't talking down to folks before this, but this really exacerbated it. This is when you had people, I'm a boss, I own a boutique. No, most of them clothes came from China, okay? China.
Everything I have, my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has nothing to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle. Okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working. What you doing? Working. Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? Okay, let's go. Okay, you understand my life. You understand what I'm going through. I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man?
I don't need no 9 to 5. Y'all some worker bees. This is where that mentality came from. And I hate that because how are you dissing people who work a 9 to 5? I always say this on my channel. How can you go in on the same people that you want to be your customer base? Those 9 to 5 workers who are working their jobs, they're coming to spend money at your said business. So how are you disrespecting a segment of your customer base? Also, everybody don't want to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. Entrepreneurship is not easy whatsoever. Because when you're a business owner, let's say you own your own bakery, right? When you're a business owner, when you're a boss, everyone is your boss. Because you better treat those customers right. If not, they can give you bad reviews. You know what I'm saying? complain to the board. So you have to be able to walk a certain way. You have to be able to treat people a certain way. So I just hate this whole mentality of I'm up here because I own my own business. Meanwhile, yeah, you may own your own business, but you could be struggling behind on rent, behind on, business rent, home rent, all that stuff. Whereas somebody with a 9 to 5, they may just want security. They want to be able to go in, work 8 to 5, and go home. Everybody doesn't have the business mind or even the want to be a boss, because it's a lot when you run your own company. So it's very interesting how arrogant and loud he was 10 years ago. So now we fast forward a whole decade later, and when I tell you Dame Dash is singing a whole different tune, he fell off that damn high horse that he rode in on 10 years ago, and he's basically trying to explain himself as to why he had to file bankruptcy, why he's dealing with lawsuits, and why the business moves that he bragged about years ago didn't really pan out for him. So now we're going to watch this back and forth, and you can see that Charlamagne, he can't wait for this get back. Charlamagne has a lot to say because of how Dame Dash treated them 10 years ago. And now we see where Charlamagne and DJ Envy are at versus Dame Dash.
You guys are talking about things with no research. That's not fair. See, the problem is, and this is, actually, I'm going to keep it on you.
So my question, could you cut me off?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So my question is,
cut him off too, Dame.
as a businessman, entrepreneur, chairman, right? Boss.
Yeah.
You go from having a huge value to being in the negative. How does that happen from being a boss? Explain it down. Break that down for people that follow you, they aspire to be you.
I'm going to tell you.
Please.
So the reason why I filed was because I've had $20 million of taxes. First off, do you know anybody that paid $25 million of taxes in your life? Name one person you know.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay, so why would I be the first? Nobody does that. That's what chapter is for. The problem with filing is black people don't file because they don't understand it. And that's why when you guys talk about things, I wish you'd really do your research. ChatGPT does exist. So if you really wanted to know how 50 bought it, ask ChatGPT. How could he have bought it? Who could he have bought it from? Did you hear an announcement in Deadline? Do you even read Deadline?
Yeah.
So then, if it wasn't in Deadline,
In Deadline several times.
You interrupted me. If you went to, if you were in debt, if you read Deadline, if you know about Deadline, why wasn't there an announcement in any trade magazine? If there's not an announcement in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, or whatever trade, WWD, you can't believe it.
Why though? Because most of the time
He didn't answer my question. Ask a question. I wanted to know how he got to a particular way you were in the negative. That was the question.
I'm gonna tell you. So again, number one, most companies aren't owned like rich people, rich families. They don't put anything in their name. They build their family office. So I filed because again, I've had $20 million, 30 of taxes, but they don't bother me because in order to have $30 million means you made a lot. So in order to pay it back, I can't get a job to pay it back. I got to keep investing until I could pay it back. Nothing could be in my name. They put liens on all my accounts years ago. So that's why when they said there's nothing in your account, I don't have an account. How could I open one? They liened it. So I've been building my family office. So you have no assets. I have no assets, but my family, that's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? So I filed because that guy Chris Brown has been suing me. And I was going to make a bunch of very major family...
People listen, he's not talking about the artist and the singer Chris Brown. Right. Because people will think that. But
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now. And I also... I have 15...
You don't deserve to be the chairman of Revolt.
I got you. So I'm now the chairman of Revolt with a pathway... You see, because he wants to trigger me. And I want you to acknowledge that. So I'm now Cam's boss, the chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy Revolt.
How do we know this is not Cap? We ain't see this on Deadline.
Can you stop yelling? Can you stop interrupting me, please? So, Deadline didn't make the announcement for this particular situation. They didn't want to. I had an announcement I was going to make with BT, but Paramount stepped in and they said do it later, and they didn't want to be a part of this mess. But it will be in something. This gets played tomorrow, so the announcement will be in the trades tomorrow. I'm teaching you right now because this is a business you don't know. You've been in this room for 30 years straight.
15.
So you're missing a lot of life.
Not really.
Well, then stop speaking.
You're just wrong.
You have a problem, but you're just wrong. On a respect level, you're wrong.
But go ahead. You're right. Teach. I don't think you really got a lesson plan.
Teach. Every time you interrupt me, because you're so rich, you give me $20. Okay, can you do that? Because you got. So let me ask you another question. Do you think it's respectful when someone gives you their boundaries, you just break them and keep laughing? You think that's all right? I'm just asking.
Can I speak? I don't want to.
I'm giving. I just need an answer. And this is the only time you don't speak is when I ask you questions. Anyway, you guys shouldn't speak so confidently without doing research. This is what you're saying. I don't know, and you're asking me. These are the things you said. So I'm telling you right now, the reason why I filed was because I didn't want anybody to keep suing me, because he also kept suing me. Mm-hmm. So now I can't get sued. And if you look at, did you read the bankruptcy?
Yeah, I read it.
Did you read at the end when it says who I'm gonna sue? Mm. They sued me for over $500 million combined, and they only won $800,000 combined. They've been chasing that for 10 years. You know how much legal and law work that person's been doing? How much plotting he's been doing to collect that money, and he never collected? You know how mad he is right now? I've been telling y'all I was broke, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why. So I don't know what would happen if let's say everything in the judgment doesn't, but you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. Let me ask you a question, Dan. He's a bad businessman. You're just not that smart.
Okay.
And you have to acknowledge that. And you know why? You're not seeing the world. You know what happens when you have to go someplace? You're laughing. You know what happens when you have to go someplace every day at 4 a.m?
He's so true.
You can't go nowhere. You got to be here every day. You've been 15 years. You've missed the whole world. You don't know what you're talking about. And you're saying it confidently. And you're in an algorithm where people actually believe you. Out of response. And why you think they keep you here? They want y'all to make us dumb.
But if you worked here, you would.
I would never work here. I would only
$20 million in debt.
What you talking about?
I'm not. I'm
not in debt. Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. I'm not in debt at all now. What are you talking about?
Oh, you paid it all off?
When you have this bankruptcy 7 is like getting hit by the cartel with 100 bricks and they die and you don't owe no more. I want you to ask someone that this is what you should do if you want to do something smart. Get a specialist, a lawyer in bankruptcy, and you ask them these questions. Get a professional up here, and then they'll tell you. Why ask me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when he tells you you're dumb, you'll believe him. Anyway, the difference between you and I don't think you're a proper representation of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here. You see him? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG. Because he killed anybody or any of those things. He just taught me how to be a better man. We're different. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that would, like, I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. Let me ask you a question, Dan. You ever ran from a fight? No. What would happen if y'all heard that I ran from a fight? That's a masculine way of doing things. Now, you don't see it that way. You like to play games. Like, I'm not quite, because when you say kids, I was like, and it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that pretend they're not gay. So let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. This is hilarious. I love what you're doing. This is hilarious. So what I'm saying is, you might, because you started in gossip, which is, is very feminine, and you are acting like, there's some degree of like, you want people to listen to you, and that we want people that represent masculinity, because men need to be doing what they need to do as men. They don't need to be worried about girl stuff. Period.
What's girl stuff?
Talking about people that aren't in the room, that don't have anything to do with them, saying things confidently in front of millions of people and not saying anything. You know how many times I've seen people punk you? I would never let anybody talk to me certain way. I'd rather get my ass whipped. That's where we're different. We got different trauma. So you can't really look through my eyes, because you do things different.
You that much?
No, do I look bothered?
Yeah.
I'm bothered. Actually, you do. What I'm bothered about is you're speaking in front of people confidently, and you don't have the experience or the knowledge. And also, I'm afraid that white people think that we act like you. You're not dumb, but like, what's bugging me out?
Before, what do you mean act like him? I just want you to.
Yeah, I want to know.
I'm gonna say so. The way you keep interrupting me, the way you keep saying things that aren't true but don't know.
Like what? What did I say that's not true?
Let me say what I'm saying. I was still talking. Okay. So, because when I do that, when y'all do that, I forget what I'm gonna say because I be like that.
You're not saying shit.
No,
man.
you don't think. Of course, you don't think that. You know, I think you're gay.
That's fine.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. After the Puff stuff, cause let me say this. This is my assessment. I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z. Not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about him.
Don't tell me what to do.
You said you shouldn't talk about men when you're not in the room.
You're interrupting me.
Now you're doing the girl stuff.
I know him. I'm giving you an example, right?
You used to know him.
Can I talk? You upset? Can I talk?
And I buy a CEO
so I
shirt,
think you're gay. I'm sorry.
And I think you're broke.
Okay. I think that.
I think he's kind of gay too.
I think that.
I do have a question.
I think that. And no disrespect to gay, I just think.
I think you're broke.
Like I saw.
And that bothers you so much to get called broke by people.
I got you.
I do have a question.
I'm sure it does.
Right.
Raise your hand if you think Dane's broke in the room. Seriously. See, it's just me and him.
But this is the question though.
One thing about life, it will humble you quickly, okay? Hey, y'all. So it's the next day. I was tired. That damn Dame Dash interview had me nodding. That shit was boring as fuck. So I wanted to come, gather my thoughts in the morning. I'm like, yeah, let me just turn off the computer. I went to bed. But I wanted to finish the video because I have a lot to say about this. First of all, y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of Charlamagne the God. You know what I'm saying? But for Dame Dash to be attacking him and saying that he's gay, and it's like, what are we? Are we 12 on the playground? This man is damn near 60 years old, and you keep referencing this man's potential sexuality.
I think you're gay. I'm sorry.
And I think you're broke.
Only girls worry about niggas' pockets anyway.
That's what you care.
You're a woman. Why do I care what you're a girl with a mustache. Get out of here. You're a boy-headed girl. That doesn't hurt my feelings what another girl thinks.
Explaining you're losing.
Your boyfriend made that. That's what happened. Your crush made it. All right. And there's a lot of people like you that are gay that pretend they're not, and that's not fair because you're running around. Stop. You guys hide your flaws. You hide your homosexuality. I don't hide. I'm transparent. Some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay. You know what happens when feminine people get nervous and upset? Their voice starts cracking, their lips start shaking.
That's what you be doing when you be on all the dialogue.
Or you stand up and walk away like you're gonna walk out 5 times.
You confidently said I'm gay.
I think you're gay.
I
said it in your face. I don't care if you say I'm broke.
And I think you're broke in your face.
And I think you're broke. I don't care. So I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man or he's paying you. One or the other.
The problem is Dame Dash is a shell of himself. He's bitter and he's jaded. Because when you look at other people who came up around that time, him, Jay-Z, Cameron, 50 Cent, everybody's still doing good. Cameron has been able to reinvent himself. He's doing his thing on his podcast with Mace. 50 Cent, stays getting a bag, with TV deals and power and, just all that stuff. This man is just bitter and he's really resentful towards Jay-Z. Because he even had the nerve to bring up Jay-Z in the interview. Why even bring up Jay-Z's name? And it's just sad because he feels like Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club don't say anything bad about Jay-Z. So that's when he really started going in. We need to have a real conversation about PTSD and therapy. Because this man is suffering from Jay-Z PTSD. At what point do you get over it? At what point do you say, okay, fine, Jay-Z wasn't a good friend, he wasn't a good businessman towards me, whatever, and move on with your life? He's still stuck in 2000s. And everybody else has moved on but Dame Dash.
I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z, not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about him.
Don't tell me what to do.
You said you shouldn't talk about men when you're not in the room.
You're interrupting me.
Now you're doing the girl stuff.
I know him. I'm giving you an example, right?
You used to know him.
Can I talk? You're upset. Can I talk? Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word, because you talk bad about a lot of people, but you never said one time. And you walk around with his face on your chest. Is that a airplane shirt right now?
Paper planes, yeah. I wore CEO stuff.
Can I finish? No, I never seen it. Let me finish.
What you mean?
Let me see it.
You gave us
Can
CEO
I talk?
stuff.
Can I land the plane? Let me land the plane.
I can't wait.
Let me land the plane. So I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man or he's paying you. One or the other. Did you buy that shirt?
Yes.
You went and bought that? They didn't give it to you as much as you say nice things?
You're not supposed to support black business?
I doubt you bought that shirt.
What you mean?
Anyway,
and I buy CEO
so I
shirts,
think
too.
you're gay. I'm sorry.
And I think
so,
you're broke.
Okay.
You ever feel sorry for Damon Dash, man? Whenever you hear about like his financial problems and things like that.
Nah, Dame's a hustler. Dame will figure it out. Like Dame, very smart guy, you know. So he'll figure it out.
He was definitely playing your album and on Instagram.
Yeah, did you see that video?
Sweet.
Nah, I didn't see it.
He was in the barbershop, bobbing his head crazy to it. He said he liked it. He said he felt like he was a part of that. And he knows you're telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know, what people gotta understand is me, like I mean, nothing gonna change the way I feel about Damon. You know, no matter no time or space, no separation or anything. You know, I got love for Damon Dash the same way as I did before.
Because I mean, Cam, he signed to Rockefeller, so you know, Jay, he had to be a fan. He signed off on it.
Nah, Jay never respected Cam at all. Yeah, remember he knew him when he was young. That's why he was so offended, because he was a little nigga. To Jay, Cam was a little nigga, and Cam even said he little nigga every time he saw him. Pause. You see, he called him an earner. I was like, this is fucking funny, man. You know, because I was trying to squash the beef, and he's like, all right, just tell him. I was saying he makes money for us. Like, how could you be mad? You just got to. She's like, okay. So he goes on the radio. Oh, he's a good earner. And Cam was hot. I was kind of laughing because he was a good earner. Yeah, you're a good earner, Cameo. You were a good earner. See, what 50 did teach me, and I'm telling you, because when he was talking and I started, looking under the hood, and I'm like, oh, this thing filed Chapter 11. And I was like, but he was putting money on the thing. So I was like, he's the one that made me really look at bankruptcy, was 50 Cent. And I wish he would have taught the world about it.
Do y'all see how much of a hypocrite he is? He's always talking about how men shouldn't be chatty patties. You shouldn't be talking about other men when they're not in the room. You shouldn't be talking about men's financial situations. Otherwise, that makes you gay. So I find it very interesting that he participates in the same thing. The same thing he's chastising the Breakfast Club for being chatty patties, gossipers. He's sitting on the Art of Dialogue, steadily gossiping and talking about Jay-Z, Cameron, 50 Cent, talking about 50 Cent's financial business. Dame Dash is a bitter hypocrite, point blank, period. And even Memphis Bleak, came out recently when he was talking to Shannon Sharpe and was like, yeah, Jay-Z is not going to help Dame Dash. And that's really what this is about. He wants people to help him, but he's a nasty individual.
Whole worth this many billion, man. He can kick Dame down something and get him out of that situation. Come, man, blah blah blah.
That's not Jay. I'm just letting you know that right now. Shit, I'm his friend. He ain't giving nothing away to the loved ones. You gotta earn it. You gotta work. And then the person who was chopping at his tree for so long, I just don't see it happening.
And the thing that also kind of like annoyed me is a lot of people are like co-signing this and saying, oh, he put the Breakfast Club in their place. But people forget, that's why I started off with the original interview. The Breakfast Club brought him on there to clown him. Because let's not forget how arrogant he was 10 years ago. The way he was talking down to Angela Yee, DJ Envy, and Charlamagne the God. He told Angela Yee, 100K ain't nothing. That might be money to you, but that's nothing to me. Well, it's very interesting. If 100K is nothing, why are you not paying your debts? Why are you not paying your tax bill? If it's nothing. If regular people who have a regular 9 to 5 can somehow stay out of tax trouble and bankruptcy and everything else, why can't you? See, the problem is Dame is not a good businessman. And Jay-Z's been saying this for years. And I'm no big Jay-Z fan, but Jay-Z has been saying this for years. He has a nasty attitude, a horrible disposition, and he thinks he's bigger than what he is.
They had a Zoom call because Jay-Z and Biggs wanted to buy the Dame's third of Rockefeller from him for $1.5 million. He didn't want to sell it to him. But they had a Zoom call about it. Jay and Biggs and the lawyers and everybody was on a Zoom call. And Dame was trying to talk to them like, yo, y'all gonna let the lawyers do this to you? Yo, come on, nigga, da-da-da. And Jay and Biggs was like this. Yo, y'all don't hear me talking to you? I'm trying.
Oh, man.
Yo, tell the nigga I'm not going to do he want the 1.5. Oh, you got to tell the nigga to tell. So no, I know it's not going to stop.
And after this Breakfast Club interview, he went out his way. He started beefing with Cameron, started beefing with 50 Cent. This man has a lot of, to me, it's looking like mental health issues. Because when you really look closer at Dame Dash, he doesn't get along with anybody. Him and his brothers have issues, the way he talks down to his own family members.
But the intention behind this exercise is not about good or bad, right or wrong. It's about awareness.
Yeah. And I would like to start with Jeremy.
I wrote down my oldest brother, Bobby, simply because I don't really have much of a relationship with Damon at this time. We don't really speak.
What made you stop speaking with Damon?
I can't speak for him. I can only speak for myself. But no, I'm an actor for a living. That's what I do. It's my passion. How many movies have you made in your life?
Like 20.
Like 20. How many of them am I in?
None.
Exactly.
You see how disrespectful he gets?
Damon, who's on your card?
Damon. I know
Yeah.
I hold the power. Because the beefs are always about what I can do for everyone else or what I can't do.
Yeah.
And what they get mad about. I'm the one that tries to bring the family together. I'm the one that says, yo, Bobby, call him and let's talk. Go squash that beef. How many times did I say, you the bigger brother, squash that beef?
You call me if you want to
I
squash
can't talk to you. You don't talk like men. You don't speak
period.
the way men that I'm around speak. I can't talk to a boy.
Oh, and now I'm not a man?
Yeah.
What would you do if another man called you a boy? Would you want to crack him in the face?
I wouldn't talk to him no more.
Then we don't need to speak. If you think I'm a boy, I'm 34 years
That's why
old.
we don't speak.
Don't call me a boy.
Your mother takes care of
No,
yours.
she doesn't. You don't know because you don't speak to me. Don't disrespect me. Don't do that. I'm not. I think you're a man. I respect
You can't not think I'm a man. I take care of you.
You don't
Damon?
you take care of me.
Damon.
You don't pay for it.
Stop. Guys.
How do you take care of me?
No
Are
criticizing
you sick in the
his
head?
I
manhood.
took care of you.
You never took care of me.
When I worked in Rockefeller, I worked every day.
Care of me?
I was on the road every day, taking records to
Crazy,
radio
bro.
stations, not in my house, leaving my kids by their house every day. I got the power. I got power over my life. Nobody else. Anything I did, I didn't do because you told me to. I did it because I got paid to do it.
I hired you to do it.
Okay, and then when I was there, I worked for my every dollar.
I didn't look at it like that. I would have
I don't
fired you.
care
If
how
you
you
were
look
my
at it.
brother, I would have fired you.
You wouldn't have fired me because I got records popping.
No, you
Bull-
didn't.
What? I got plaques because I got records popping. I got other jobs because I got records popping.
We got different realities, man.
Yeah, because your reality up.
Because I had to pay you.
Because your reality screwed.
Damon?
You think you're this, that, and the third, you're nothing.
I was
To keep it 100, you're nothing.
All right. That's
Yeah, you're a dream.
Damon, all three of you disrespect each other.
I don't disrespect
But-
nobody until I'm disrespected.
I
And I'm not going
understand.
to just sit here
I
and
hear
just
you.
battle this, beat him
Yeah,
down,
I
beat him
get
down,
it.
beat him down, and he's not 100% right. I'm just going to sit here and
No, I
wait for my
totally
turn.
get it.
I'm not going to do that.
Calling your brother a boy, it's hitting below the belt. Understand?
The reason why I said that is because he's yelling at me.
Typical for
But
him.
it's-
That's what he
it's
does.
He says that because he lives with his mother, who's 70 years old.
He's
with a
always
bad
lived
knee.
with his mother.
I have
So
my
what?
own place,
So
a
what?
beautiful one-bedroom apartment that's
Right.
next door
It's
to
his
my mother.
mother.
If she needs me,
I'm not
I'm
from
there.
that place.
I love her to death.
I'm not from
and
that
if,
place.
And if in your reality that makes me less of a man, then go your reality. I don't care.
Guys, I want to say one more thing before we move on to the next family. Damon, whether it is accurate or not, there is a perception that the power that you have in your family, that you abuse it. You're three men who are hurt. And the only way to heal that pain is to hear each other.
So one thing about us, you know, T-Sippers, TT keeps receipts, okay? So that was an old show from a few years ago of Damon Dash disrespecting his brothers, talking down to them. You know, basically, like his brother said, he's an actor. Damon ain't put him in not one movie. But this is the same man who will talk down about Jay-Z not looking out for him and this person not looking out for him. Now let's also fast forward back to about 2016 when he was on another reality TV show, Growing Up Hip Hop, which was supposed to be his son's reality TV show with other young people. And somehow Damon Dash found himself in the mix, once again trying to eat off of his children. So here goes a clip of him going back and forth with his oldest son, Boogie. And Ava is also there. Let's fast forward to this year. His daughter Ava ends up being on this new reality TV show called Next Gen, Bravo Next Gen. And I did end up watching the entire first season. Candy's daughter Riley's on there. Kim Zolciak's daughter is on there. And Ava had a real kind of funny attitude. But one thing I noticed is some of the parents, they popped in here and there. Like the older white dude who was 30, I forget his name. You know, his parents popped in here and there. Kim Zolciak popped in once. Candy called into the show. Dame Dash was in multiple episodes. You would have thought he was a part of this reality TV show. Okay? Where's all the other parents? They were just coming in, you know, really quick. For whatever reason, Dame Dash was all up and through this show, giving business advice trying to be a part of Ava's, whatever Ava had going on. And the crazy thing is, after all that fronting and stunting, now it's being reported that Ava Dash was evicted from her $9,000 a month apartment in Tribeca. Once again, his business advice is helping no one.
I love you.
Love you more. Shut down every business that I had to move out there. How's your money?
It's okay, but it needs to keep coming in.
The only way in New York that anyone respects you is if you're being successful at doing something.
My thing is, I want a model. That's what makes me happy right now. I really just want to try this, see how far I can go.
What you're doing with the modeling, to me, is like a hobby. I really want you to run one of these companies for me.
Dad, I know. You've been telling me this since I was a kid. I know.
She has the entrepreneurial spirit. She would be a great CEO. And I'll keep making companies till she finds the one that she wants.
Ava really confuses me on this show because she acts like that she's done so many things and she hasn't. Like, your parents have done those things. So I don't know what gives her the right to judge Ariana for trying to start her own fashion brand when it's like, what do you have that's in your own name? And also, my problem is that Ava, your dad is like, no shade, like, he's not the best businessman. Like, isn't he broke right now and his teeth are falling off on live, and then he's trying to get your friends to invest in a business deal with him when he has so many business ventures that actually haven't worked? I just don't really like the way Ava acts for some reason. Like, it gives off very privileged, while Ariana and Gia, they don't give that off at all.
Also, though, too, when it comes to Next Gen NYC, one of the cast members, I guess, got evicted. So Ava Dash, who we know, she is on the show and she has a famous father. She was living in a Tribeca apartment for about $9,995 a month, which is, in my mind, just like wild. I mean, I guess it must be nice to be able to afford it if you can afford it, but I guess she got evicted because there was like $44,000 in back rent that was not paid. So then she got a notice saying that you have 14 days to vacate the premises or we are going to force you out of the premises. But I couldn't imagine having a $10,000 a month just rental where you're just like throwing that money away.
Rachel Roy didn't pop up not one time. Why? Because she actually has things going on. Dame Dash is a shell of himself and he's not happy where he's at. He came on this show talking in hieroglyphics, talking a bunch of mush-mouth bullshit. DJ Envy asked some clear and precise questions, and all he did was talk in circles. Anybody who thinks that Dame Dash is intelligent or was spitting game, you're a fool. Because you can't come on somebody's platform 10 years ago and degrade 9-to-5 workers and talk down to people who are making an honest living. You notice how a lot of these celebrities will have contempt for a 9-to-5 worker, but they don't have contempt for the local drug dealer. Go back and watch that full interview, how he's bragging about how he used to try, have to sell drugs and this and that. They have all types of love for nefarious, degenerate bullshit. But somebody working a 9-to-5, you want to clown them. You want to belittle them. You want to act like they're not good enough. That is insane. That is a disgusting, arrogant attitude to have. And that is why he's been humbled. This is why he's lost everything and had to rebuild over and over, whereas everybody else is okay. Yes, 50 Cent has filed bankruptcy before, but he learned his lesson. He was able to rebuild himself back from that bankruptcy. So my personal opinion, Dame Dash needs a tall glass to shut the fuck up, okay? He's out here beefing with folks, bringing up old stuff from years ago, popping in and out of reality TV shows, willing to sell his family out for a bag. So, like I said, Dame Dash at this point to me suffers from Jay-Z PTSD and he needs to seek help. So with that being said, tea sippers, I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. You guys asked for it. Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Please leave a comment down below. Feel free to share the video. Make sure you guys hit this video with a like and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.